Hello friends. So in our last few classes, in fact 4 classes, we saw what imitation is according to Aristotle, or the aesthetic imitation. And aesthetic imitation and the difference between copying, plagiarism, or carbon copy and so on, no? Yes. And now we also saw that what imitation, definition of imitation, then we saw the objects of imitation, and then we saw the what is the pleasures of imitation, isn't it? These are the things that we saw. Aesthetic pleasure, it gives pleasure when you find, that is a creative process. It is a creative process. It is a reproductive reproduction is taking place, not just copying things down. I hope that is clear. I made it very clear to you in my last 4 lectures. So today we will see what is poetic truth. Truth, what is truth? What is truth? Said Pilate, and did not wait for an answer. You remember that? That is in the when the trial of Jesus Christ was going on. The Bible it is written. That is, Pilate asked, "What is truth?" and did not wait for an answer, because nobody knows what truth is. Now here is about poetic truth, but before we enter into poetic truth, we must know that what is not poetic truth. There are certain things, the truth, many kinds of truth you have. So, what do you call poetic truth? If you want to know, you should know what are the things that are not supposed to be poetic truth. To begin with, simple things, I don't think you want me to write it on the board. To begin with, these mere facts. Mere facts are not poetic truth. Say, for example, the sun rises in the east, it is not poetic truth. It rains in July, it is not poetic truth. These are the universal things. Secondly, historical facts. Historical facts are, Ashoka was a great emperor. Then, by winning the Battle of Plassey, Robert Clive founded the British Empire in India. That is not poetic truth, that is historical truth, isn't it? Not philosophical truth. Or also, there is philosophical generalizations are there, speculative generalization, like evil destroys itself, all men are mortal, man is a rational animal. See, these are not poetic truth. Then what is poetic truth? We are trying to reach that point, our destination. See that? So it is not empirical facts that we can see. So there is an accident. So you cannot say like, today Prime Minister met his finance minister. These are things that are happening every day, you can say. Or you can say President Trump has gone to North Korea, like that. These are empirical facts, so to say. Things you can verify yourselves. Or if you pour water, then the ground will get wet. That's the empirical fact that you can see. So that is not a... So you cannot say that the mere facts are not universal, for example. Historical facts are not poetic truth. Philosophical facts are not poetic truth. Empirical facts are not poetic truth. Why? Because there is no scope for probability. That's the point. There is no scope for probability. Example, no scope for probability. Probability. So there is no scope. History, it has happened. It is a forensic thing. Understand? Day-to-day affairs you see. So then, history, if you take history, history, philosophy, and poetry. You should consider these 3 items today. Then we arrive at what is poetic truth. History, it is not the function of the poet to relate what has happened, to tell what has happened. That is history. That will be done by Thucydides, the Greek historian, Thucydides, or Herodotus, or Edward Gibbon, or Arnold Toynbee. Isn't it? People will do that. They are not poets. Shakespeare never wrote a history, isn't it? So history is stringing together of facts. Listen. stringing together events, connecting this a chain of facts. Even such imaginative, I gave you names of Thucydides. Thucydides, that is Thucydides. Greek historian. Herodotus. Herodotus or Gibbon. History, rise and fall of the Roman Empire. Gibbon, Edward Gibbon, British. These two are Greek. Edward Gibbon or Toynbee, Arnold Toynbee. They are not. They are imaginative historians, wonderful people. What of that? But they can never reach the status of or attain the status of poets. See? So that is even imaginary history. And history is a record of actual events. For example, you said, Tipu was cheated by the Marathas. That's an actual event. Tipu was shot like an ordinary soldier, considered him as an ordinary soldier, shot him in the battlefield. The British shot Tipu down in the battlefield, and it was difficult for people to identify him. Well, there were some identification marks, and then they found that it was Tipu. So these are recorded events, actual events. Listen, it's a prose of life, something that is happening. What are the administrative reforms of Emperor Ashoka? What are the administrative reforms of Tughlaq? Such things. It's a history. It's just what is happening. Isn't it? That is. Now when you think about philosophy, so we saw history, there is no probability in that history. So historical truth, you cannot say it is poetic truth, because these are things that happen. Secondly, is think about philosophy. Philosophy. In philosophy, what happens is, they speculate things like that. You say, evil destroys itself. See, what happens is, in philosophy, what is happening? Generalizations. You get a speculative enthusiasm. From universal in particular, you see. You find universal in particular. You see, A, B, C, they die. So all men die. That is a huge generalized. So that is also not poetic truth. Understand? Then, what is the function of the poet and what is poetic truth? The function of the poet to say is what may happen. Not that what has happened, what is happening, or what will happen. No. The function of the poet is to say what may happen. Understand? What possibility. So, not is happening, not has happened, not will happen. None of these things. But the most important word in poetry is may. Probable. So that is the point. So, May is not month of May. What may happen? Okay. What may happen? Understand? So that is the function of the poet. So poetic truth is, the function of the poet is what is possible according to the laws of probability or necessity. Understand? So the poetic truth is this. I will write it on the board. What is possible? But we have already seen now. Probable improbabilities. Probable, likely, but improbable. Improbabilities. So we can say what may happen, what may happen, that is it. What is probable, but it has not happened anywhere. And it will never happen also. What is possible according to the laws of necessity, where the laws of necessity that emerge within the structure of the work of art. The laws of necessity that emerge within a work of art. Work of art as a result of the inner consistency and logic and sequence of events presented. So the sequence of events presented in such a way. So look at this once again. What is then poetic truth? It is not historical truth. It is not philosophical truth. It is not day-to-day facts. No. Then what is it? Because these things are happening. So not is happening, not has happened, not will happen, but probability is there. In life, that probability cannot be ruled out. That's the thing. Now you can see what may happen, what is probable, what is possible according to the laws of necessity that emerge within a work of art as a result of the inner consistency and logic and also sequence of events presented. You take any work of art, for example. Let's think about the famous novel by Thomas Hardy. You must already know. Yes, that is Far from the Madding Crowd. From the exposition, few chapters we know, Bathsheba Everdeen there is a probability that Bathsheba Everdeen may go astray for some time and then come back to the pastoral or prefer the pastoral rural life of Edgar Heath and the places nearby. Understand? You can see that, and you saw that probability is it. The incidents are structured in such a way, such an inner consistency you find. Logically, one follows the other. You find that at the end of the novel, Gabriel Oak will be the husband of Bathsheba Everdeen, not Sergeant Roy. Or let's say a small poem, let's say La Belle Dame Sans Mercy by John Keats. From the very opening lines, what else the night trams, alone and pale, loitering, the subjects were there from the lake, and no birds sing, and why are you going around here and there? Then we know what is coming next. He was cheated by a so-called beautiful lady. Then what can happen to him? A young man cheated by a girl, okay. Then a lady. What can happen to him? He cannot, as poetry, it won't be poetic truth if he tells the lady, bye, thank you very much, you are with me for some time now. In the morning and he got up. And also he saw dreams of these withered people. And then he says, he tells the questioner, that is why I am here. So that is permanent possibilities of human nature. That is poetic truth. Not only just possibility in this particular work of art poem, but this can happen to any human being anywhere in this world. But it has not happened. If it has happened, what will be the status of the event? The event will grow old. You see, one day I remember, one day a friend of mine told me that I have never failed in tennis. What? Is it possible? He asked. You never failed. He played tennis and no. I never failed because I never played. Like this. You understand that? So, in poetic truth, what you find the happenings in poetry, and one point to remember is that Aristotle, when he was trying to tell us about poetic truth, in his mind there was only poetry, not drama, comedy or any such thing. Understand? Only poetry. That's why poetic truth. But of course it can be applied to tragedy or comedy or other forms of art. See that? So you find that, you can see this, the last leaf. I think that story everybody knows by O. Henry. See, we know from that, we expected, no? Everybody must have expected that the sacrifice by old Burman. Isn't it? Expected, probably. But such a thing might not have happened anywhere. Did not happen, that's the thing. So, poetic truth definition is things that are outside and beyond human experience. Understand? So it never happens in the real world. It happens only in the world of imagination or in that world of the work of art. So, a definition of poetic truth is things that are outside and beyond human experience. Understand? Things that are outside and beyond human experience. Understand? So, as you have seen, just now I gave you three experiences. One is that of old Burman, and secondly that of the night, the sad night, the withered night. Nature is withered, he is also withered. And also the marriage between Gabriel and Bathsheba Avery. So, beyond human experience, right? Yes, beyond human experience. So, and he says that never happened or never will happen. That never happens, that never happens, or never will happen. And this is the difference again we can see now. When you say about the history, it has happened. When you think about philosophy, it will happen. Or general truth, it will happen. The sun will rise every day in the morning, isn't it? Maybe more, you can say like that, no? Things that are outside and beyond human experience that never happened or never will happen. Never happened or never will happen. Maybe more true poetically. That's the thing. Maybe more true poetically. Understand? So that never happened. More true poetically. Poetically, yes. Then he said, more profoundly true. Not only more true, but more profoundly true than the things that we can with confidence predict. Understand? Than the happenings of day-to-day life, which we can predict with certainty. So this is poetic. See, look at this again. Things that are outside and beyond human experience. The empirical experience. The actual world experience. Phenomenal world. We all see this. That never happened or never will happen. Therefore, it is always fresh. It is permanent. So that it is universal. So the poet tells universal truth. It is more philosophical than philosophy. It is more universal than philosophy. Because it never happened. And then maybe more true poetically. Because why? Poetic truth comes, how does poetic truth emerge? The internal structure. There is a causal chain, a chain of causality, a chain of causes. There is an inner consistency. See, you find another example we can take. Stopping my woods on a weekend. And you find the traveler was so immersed in the beauty of the woods, filling with this dark night. So dark, see that? So beautiful. Woods, dark, lovely, dark and deep. So he was immersed in that. He was deriving such pleasure that he would never have experienced in his life before, or would never experience after. Suddenly, when the alarms bell ringing, he opened his eyes, and then a natural sequence, events, logical sequence would be that he will continue his journey because he has miles to go before his sleep. Suppose, on the other hand, see the alarms bell, he shook the alarms bell. Then the traveler takes a stick and started beating the horse. Can you say it is poetic truth? No. Because the events are, the sequence of events are arranged in such a way, or the thought process is arranged in such a way, by necessity, by the rule of necessity. He has to continue his journey by philosophizing on his, or meditating on his moments of stay there. So that is necessity, so to say. That's called poetic probability and necessity. But such a thing never happened before, or might not have happened at all. So that is what is meant by inner. So permanent possibilities of human nature. That is permanent. So I think you have taken this down. No? Yes. Okay. So what is poetic truth? Permanent. That's the thing. Permanent possibilities of human nature. This can happen in the life of a man, but never has happened. If it has happened, then it becomes history. If you for sure predict that in the world this is going to happen, then that is philosophy. Generalization. Geometry is all universal and generalizations. Understand that? So poetry is not geometry. Geometry is not poetry. Because in poetry, poetic truth is this one. Permanent possibilities of human nature. That is, things that are outside and beyond human experience. This never happens. So it is ever fresh. Something never happened remains ever fresh. That never happened or never will happen. Exact incidents will not happen. Similar things may happen, or 70%, 90%, 60% similarity you may find. Maybe more true poetically. Such things are true. Because why? Because they are permanent possibilities of human nature. Understand? Permanent. So you can say the inner consistency and the internal structure of the work of art compels a conclusion. It compels we say no, obsessive compulsive neurosis, people say. So the structure, the inner consistency and the causal chain, the causes one of the other, compels the work of art to produce that conclusion, and that is poetic truth. Nothing to do with the empirical world, nothing to do with history, nothing to do with philosophy. I think that is correct. So, it is higher reality. Therefore, poetic truth is higher reality. Higher reality. Reality will grow old. Reality will be born, reality will die after some time. But this won't be born and this won't die. That which is not born, how can it die? So poetic truth you can't see anywhere. So it is permanent. You understand that point? Did you get the point? So poetic truth is permanent possibility of human nature, because such a thing has never happened and will happen. And it is beyond and outside human experience. Empirical world or the phenomenal world, you will not find it. Therefore it is that poetic truth transcends facts. Transcends facts. So it is not history. It goes beyond facts. And that's why now Longinus says it becomes sublime. That's why you are transported to a different world. Suppose this is an everyday affair. You have seen this everywhere. You won't be transported. It becomes common. So this is not common. This is one and only one, unique. That's why, so Longinus says, good work of art is a sublimity will transport you to a perihypsis. Understand? Perihypsis, on the height where God Zeus sits. That is perihypsis. I have explained these things in my lectures on Longinus on the sublime. About 8 or 10 lectures, one after another. If you have time, we can go through that, then you will understand what this sublime is. So that is why Longinus again says, the writer writes for the posterity. Understand why? Because it has never happened, and it will never happen. So this 20th century people, they don't know anything about that, and they in their life did not happen. So 21st century people or 22nd century people, it will remain ever fresh. It transcends facts. Poetic truth goes beyond facts. It is transcending. So you have to see these are the keywords. Okay? Now what is poetic truth? You can see in this explanation. If not, you can think about permanent possibilities of human nature. It is poetic truth transcends facts because it is beyond, outside and beyond human experience. You find it only here. Understand? Certain things you will find, say for example, the meeting between Macbeth, Bango and witches. Never might ever happens. It is a legend. It's a story, a fabula. You see? To use the word of Todorov, that is narratology and Todorov, no? Fabula. So, never happened. But there is a possibility. The possibility remains permanent. It remains forever. And therefore, the work of art attains sublimity. And therefore, it is a thing that is written for the posterity. Combine Aristotle's view and also Longinus. After Longinus and Horace and Sidney, see these early critics, those who wrote critical theories, they probably might have derived a lot of concepts, number of concepts from Aristotle's poetics. You can see that hidden, or sometimes you can see it is clear, and sometimes you can see there are hidden points here and there. Understand? So that is poetic truth. The logical sequence, inner consistency within the structure of the poem. Please don't think about outside. So when something happens in the work of art, you should not think like that. Oh, this has to be. No, you should say like that. Oh, aha, never happened in my life. That aha feeling. When you see when you experience poetic truth, you will have that aha feeling. This is the first part of the poetic truth. Tomorrow we will have the second part. Okay, so go through this, and if you have got any doubts and so on, we will clear tomorrow. Okay, I hope you understood what is. First of all, you should know that the poetic truth is not facts. Poetic truth is not history, historical fact. Poetic truth is not generalization, general truths. Poetic truth is not philosophy, because philosophy is from particular they go to universal. That is ABC, then all. That's okay. ABC die, that's not all. That's okay. But this is poetic truth outside and beyond human experience. That never has happened and never will happen. It will happen only in the work of art. And it should happen in the work of art, because the causal chain is such, the logical sequences are such, the inner consistency is such, it has to produce a truth. And that truth is poetic truth. You won't find it anywhere outside the world. So it is fresh, it is ever permanent possibilities, transcends fact, it is more universal than the universal, and it is more true than the ordinary truths. Understand? I hope you have followed my lecture very well, and if you have enjoyed it, very great. And if it is of help to you, it's a wonderful experience for me also. So the second part of this we will see tomorrow. You will see that the second part, of course, is one is the license, the poet's license for telling lies. And according to Aristotle, Homer is the supreme master of telling lies. Supreme master of telling lies. And then another point is, third point is superstitions. That's also poetically true. So in poetic truth comes three ideas comes. First one is what has never happened and never will happen, but permanent possibility. Second is telling lies. And third is superstitions. So tomorrow we will consider the art of telling lies or fiction. Telling lies is art of telling lies is art of fiction. We will also see how superstitions are allowed by Aristotle in the works of art, and then why does he call superstitions poetic truths? So till then, bye. Have a nice time. Enjoy your life.